I'm not being rude, but I'm not here for wannabe dropshippers. I'm here for real e-commerce operators. And if you're one of them, listen up very closely. I genuinely believe this could be one of the most important decisions you make for your business in the next 12 to 24 months. This is not about me showing you a Lamborghini or hanging around on a yacht with a bunch of chicks. If that's what you're into, click away. This is not that. I'm Sam Hollowell, and I've generated over $150 million in multiple business domains, and recently I've done well over $50 million in just e-commerce alone. Being an operator myself, I am absolutely obsessed with sales, marketing, and high converting direct response. I live, I sleep, I breathe this. We are in a completely different game now. If you haven't noticed, the world has completely changed. The billboard brands, as I would call them, are now advertising heavily on social media. And the truth is, CPMs are rising 20% year over year, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. If you know, you know. AI has changed everything, absolutely everything, from the ground up, from the foundations to the core, all the way to the absolute point customers buy your products. The way you're being found has changed. The way you need to operate has changed. The way in which you hire, deploy, test, scale, all of it is different now. If the fear of losing is not keeping you up at night, well, I'm sorry. You just don't understand the magnitude of the situation we're in. And to be honest, you're probably asleep at the wheel. So let's have an honest discussion about how most e-commerce brands today are operating. On paper, and I hope you're one of the lucky ones, revenues seem good, things are ticking over, products are being shipped, ads are being made, creatives are being optimized. I get it. That's good. That's a good baseline. But that baseline is not going to get you to the finish line anymore. Every single department of my business used to be massively behind in AI. If you're only using AI to do a few creatives and then whip up a few landing pages that you're copy pasting the code from one place to another, shifting things from here to there, if that's you or you're doing any semblance of this, trust me, you're so missing the opportunity that's right underneath your nose. Sometimes it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. And never has that been more applicable than today. And here's the part nobody's probably going to tell you, but you need to hear. It's not your product. You're probably selling a really good product. If you're a good operator, chances are you've cleaned your product up and it's delivering value to your customers. That's not what it is. The real issue is that you're running your entire operations and marketing on the same 2019 stack, and you're gluing AI bits and bobs around it, but fundamentally you have not adopted the real transformation of the world we live in today. And believe me, it's a completely new world that's evolving and accelerating so fast your head should be spinning. But this is a good thing, because in this there's opportunity. Where others don't take action, you can take action. In this world of AI, there's two types of e-com operators. There's the one where AI is pulling you forward, just a sheer force and inertia. You're resistant to change, and that push is coming either way. Hopefully, you don't get overwhelmed and swarmed by the wave that AI is already bringing to most of your businesses that you don't even realize yet. Or you can be the second guy, the guy who pulls everybody in his organization forward, who pulls all his processes into the new age, who uses and leverages AI to the maximum to make every single penny count. Your team needs to stop doing things manually. You need to stop doing things manually. Having a few AI patches lumped on top of what you were doing 4, 5, 6 years ago just isn't going to cut it anymore. It really shouldn't. AI should be doing 80 to 90. In some cases, we've given 95% of the work to AI. We still have human involvement. You don't remove that, but you empower the best people you have. You get rid of the weak ones because you don't need them anymore. But you empower the very best people you have with AI, and they will literally 10, 20x their output. And this should be happening in every single department. Ads, yes. Content, yes. Media buying, yes. Creatives, yes. Funnels, yes. Ecom store, yes. Customer service, yes. Finances, yes. Logistics, yes. HR, yes. day-to-day running of the operations, how your team communicates. Every key facet of a top quality e-commerce operator should have AI doing minimum 80% of the work or more. Now, let me guess a few things and see if I hit any notes here. You probably have 1 to 2, maybe 3 funnels or landing pages where you're driving most or nearly all of your traffic, and that's doing all the heavy lifting or contributing to the majority of your top line revenue, especially revenue that you're driving from media buying and PPC ads. You're probably driving traffic from TikTok to Facebook to Google to YouTube, driving it to the same 1 or 2 landing pages, even though you're coming from different traffic sources. You are barely running any tests on those funnels or any of your pages, or at the very least, even if you are running tests, you're not running, let's say, 2 to 3 tests per page per month. You've probably hired an agency or two to run your media buying, do CRO, do creatives, do email marketing, or do one major facet of your business. You're paying an agency to do this right now. You probably have 1 or 2 ICPs that you're targeting extensively and making content and creatives for extensively, and you've probably never tested or not recently tested probably 5, 6, 7 new ICPs with specific angles and narratives for them. Your customer service is not driving massive revenue growth. Your customer service is literally just putting out fires and clearing tickets instead of being transformational to change angry customers into paying customers. You're probably not making anywhere near as much LTV as you should do because you don't have high quality re-engagement campaigns that are dynamic and evolving and creative across the board to make more revenue from the customers you've already paid a fortune to acquire. If you look at the whole year, there are so many holidays and seasons, not just Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but there's so many holidays and seasons that you're probably not automating and structuring new campaigns for every single one to maximize your revenue. You're probably relying on Q4 to be generating anywhere from 50 to 80% of your revenue throughout the year and hoping that's going to make up for the losses in Q1, Q2, and Q3. You're probably running your entire business on break even for most of the year just so you can make money in Q4. Listen, if any of that rings true or any of that hits home, I'm telling you, there's so much more you can do to improve in your business. Listen, get your calculator out and just do some quick maths. If you could increase your click-through rate from your ad by 20%, if you could increase your conversion rate in your funnel or your website by 20%, if you could increase your AOV by 20%, and if you could increase your upsell take rate by 20%, just do 1 times 1.2 times 1.2 times 1.2 times 1.2, do it 4 times, and you'll realize that you will double your revenue. Yes, you heard me right. If you increase these things, and you can do it with AI doing 90% of the work, if you could increase 20% at each of those key metrics, you can double your revenue with the same ad spend. Now, I'm not promising that everybody can do that, and it's not as easy as I'm making it sound. I agree. We both know as e-commerce operators, nothing is that straightforward. But if you implement AI properly, you genuinely can see 30, 40, 50% gains on the same ad spend without really doing too much. Yes, if you can really become phenomenal, you can actually, I've seen it, we've done it before, increase revenue by 60, 70, 80% by just improving these metrics. But for sure, I promise you, if you do the right things, every single person watching this video could easily increase their revenue by 20 to 30% bare minimum by using AI the right way. Right now, you can easily expand your total addressable market. You can find new customers to sell that same product to by exploring new narratives and new angles to different ICPs when the ad creative matches the landing page, which then matches the checkout and then matches the offer, and then the upsell matches the purchase. When you put these things together at scale and you're testing each page to optimize it, and you're testing the core narrative behind each page, when you do that at scale with multiple ICPs for the same product, you literally can as well as improving your results, like I just mentioned, you can expand your total addressable market by 2, 3, 400%. You genuinely can. And I know in the past it was very difficult making lots of funnels and lots of ICP research and testing all these angles and creatives. But now with AI, you can structure it in a way that allows you to bring huge transformation to your business and, most importantly, huge revenue uplift to your results on the same ad spend. And then once you've got that nailed, you can use that to then expand and scale way easier than you ever could before. And let's talk about the future that is already here, if you don't know. AI buying for humans is going to be a humongous thing, not just being recommended in the AI searches and recommended in the AI chats. Yes, you want to be up there. You want the main LLMs to recommend you when people ask certain questions. This is important. You must deploy a strategy for that. But you also must get your business ready to sell to humans and also that human's AI buyer. Your business must be ready to sell to both humans and AI. Is your site ready for AI buyers? Are your funnels ready for AI buyers? Is everything you have discoverable by AI? Do you have everything structured underneath and at the surface level for AI to come and consume, for humans to come and consume? Listen, if you can't even get it right for humans, and if you don't have multiple ICPs and multiple funnels for humans to buy your products, are you telling me you're going to be able to do the same and give AI the quality it needs, the content it needs, the quantity it needs? As a serious operator, you know that your success in direct response is directly correlated to how much you can test. People typically test a lot when it comes to creatives, the good ones at least, but yet no one, hardly anyone, gives as much emphasis or energy into testing the funnels and the ICPs and the narratives and the messages. And there's a way to do this at scale now with AI that can really skyrocket your results. It really can. If you're not prioritizing testing everything in your funnel, including the core messaging, including the ICP, you're missing out. You're losing massively. Yes, you can do extensive testing across every single facet of your marketing if you know how to use AI the right way. And then let's talk about your workflows, your automations, your day-to-day, your different departments. They should be using AI. Everything they're doing should be using AI. Everything from the ground up can transform and revolutionize how everybody does stuff. Every department needs their own little facility of how they do things. Every department in your business should also be integrating AI into what they do. It's humongous, the opportunity there, the cost saving, the time saving. Don't Frankenstein stuff together anymore to give you marginal, slow, manual processes. You can use AI to accelerate fundamentally everything you do. It should be absolutely integral to everything. And if you do that, your departments can be humming to support the most important thing, which is revenue generation. And then let's talk about capital. When you are really crushing it and you can see all the metrics and you have all the numbers nailed on, yes, we can help with capital too, to really give you the hyperscaling growth and fund the biggest, most important chunk of your business, which is the marketing. Once you've got all your ducks in a row and you're really leveraged with AI, you're going to be so attractive to invest into that people will be throwing money at you. And we can help you find those people if you're willing to move into the next era of what your business should transform into. So just to be clear, I'm not here offering you some shiny dashboard or some boring, automation or workflow or connect this with Claude and I'll do this mishmash. No interest in that. That's not what we do. We do something way more sophisticated. I'm not selling you a course. I'm not selling you access to a school community. I'm not selling you something where you pay me one-on-one and I hold your hand while you pay me a fortune to deliver generic things that you could probably go to ChatGPT and find out for yourself. It's got nothing to do with that. I'm not telling you to rip out your whole tech stack either. I'm not telling you to change what you do fundamentally, but you need to start moving way faster than you're currently moving now in most cases. If some of the things I've been saying has made you uncomfortable or has made you feel like, wow, that's really resonated or hit home with the things I know I should be doing or the things I've been wanting to do, then this is great because it means you have the self-awareness to know the time you are in, And now I'm giving you the call to action to take action. Do something about it. Let's have a chat. Let's have a conversation. Let's find out what you're doing and how you're doing it. If it's something we can help with, we will tell you what we do. And if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, at least we can give you a bulletproof plan that you can go away with and implement yourself with your team. I think at the very least, you owe it to yourself to find out what that plan can be. Somewhere around here, there'll be a link. Click it, fill out the form. It's a couple of questions. Book a call. Let's have a discussion. And yeah, let's see where the conversation goes. Either way, I wish you all the best in your business. I wish prosperity for you, your family, your team, for your loved ones, the people you're really doing it for. I really hope you get to the very top where you want to be.